common to think about the climate crisis as something that will happen in the future, in the global south. But for several months, I've been investigating the devastating impact of extreme flooding in Europe for my Guardian series of floods. What I saw through my travels to Chesterfield, England, Germany's Ahr Valley, and Wallonia in Belgium was that the climate emergency is in Europe now, and it's been happening for years. Climate breakdown increases the risk of flooding because hot air retains water, which increases precipitation. Climate scientists have found a 1 Celsius temperature increase means that 7% more water is retained in the air. The 2021 floods, which devastated Central Europe, specifically Belgium and Germany, were made more likely, some researchers think, by the climate crisis. The aftermath was akin to a disaster movie. In the Ahr Valley, a picturesque tourist region known for its hiking and Pinot Noir, the water level is believed to have reached up to 10 meters on the night of the 14th of July, 2021. The destruction was still clear to see. Mangled railway tracks loomed like twisted roller coasters. Bridges were demolished by the force of the water. Entire houses were washed away with their inhabitants trapped inside. And what's terrifying is that floods of that magnitude could happen again in Central Europe. In fact, some scientists think they will happen once or twice before 2050, but the people are not prepared. More on what I found after this week's climate briefs. Arrived in Brussels on a frozen January afternoon. I was there for a somber occasion, the memorial service for Rosa Reichel pictured above, who died in the 2021 floods in Belgium. The service took place on what should have been Rosa's 18th birthday. Instead, she was swept away by a flash flood while at a summer camp. I was there to meet her friend Benjamin van Bunheren-Roberts, 17, who jumped into the water to try to save her, narrowly avoiding drowning himself. Now Ben's a climate activist, traveling the world to raise awareness of the climate emergency as part of his Climate Justice for Rosa campaign. As I traveled through Belgium's Veester Valley, I saw a community still reeling. Many had fallen victim to cowboy buildings and were living in half-finished building sites years on from the floods. They'd only been able to rebuild with the heroic efforts of unpaid volunteers. But alarmingly, people had rebuilt their homes almost exactly as before, without mitigation measures in place to protect them from future flooding. If the valley floods again, many of these homes will be destroyed, with further catastrophic loss of life. In Germany, too, I saw similar short-termist thinking. There's even a term for it, flood dementia. The idea that catastrophic flooding will not happen in the same place twice, even when the conditions for those floods, steep hillsides, communities built too close to the water, impermeable bedrock with limited opportunities for drainage.
ये आ गई बहुत तेरी ये बंद करवानी पड़ेगी अब।